One, two, three, four, five. We are on live. Yes, yes. Hello, everybody. This is Tony Renfro with Knowledge is Power Podcast Live with my co-host Ladonna Sherwood and Francis Larkins. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Hey, we're
Hey.
gonna.
Hello.
Hello. Our schedule, a guest tonight is where Chris Jones, and we was going to talk about the five things that you may not know about Kwanzaa. Well, he's traveling, and we could not get him on here as of right now. So we started about 30 minutes late. So now, I don't know if we on all the platforms yet. So I'm going to let my co-host. I'll let my co-host start the show off.
Knowledge is Power Podcast Live is a platform to share important information by educating Southeast Texas African American communities with valuable information on health, education, finances, politics, and business. We pride ourselves on keeping our hand at the pulse of the community. We bring you everything from in and around the Golden Triangle and keep you up to date on what is happening in the surrounding areas. Tonight, we are gonna wing it a little bit and we're gonna talk about the future, the very near future, that is. 2021 is fastly approaching, and we're gonna talk about our New Year's resolutions and what we'd like to see in the coming new year. I'm excited to be here tonight. Thank you guys for having me.
Oh, good. And
Yeah,
Francis, hey, how are you today, baby?
I am doing great. I'm
Yes.
equally excited about the new year, and I can't wait till Friday, honey. I
Oh,
cannot
baby.
wait. I'm just, not that we forget about our past, but definitely looking forward to the future. Never to forget what's happened. But honey, I need something new. I need a change. I need something else going on.
In your life, huh?
Yes, just period. Let's do something else other than talk about the pandemic.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Speaking of pandemic, you know what? I'm changing. Hold on. Speaking of pandemic, um, we were earlier discussing about COVID,
Hmm.
and the COVID is really serious, people. And if you have not uh, been taking care of yourself, please stay safe.
Hmm.
Wear your mask. Don't be ashamed. Don't be
Uh-oh.
boastful. Don't be
It's happening to
report
my
that it's not important. Wear your mask and keep your distance and be safe.
Right.
We was talking about it earlier. So Ladonna was talking about going to get a test on the pet what you call a test, the COVID test. So
Antibody.
I mean, we're hearing a lot of stories about it and different angles. So, but tell me, what do you think about taking a test, the COVID test? Anybody have any suggestions?
Oh,
Uh,
mm,
our question was it?
a question about COVID testing.
Yeah.
I have not had a reason, I thank God, to have a COVID test, but just hearing some of the stories, and you think you socially distance yourself enough, you wear your mask, you use your hand sanitizer, you think that you should be good. So why go get one? Why go get a test, especially if you haven't been exposed? But it seems like you don't know who's exposed to or who has it now. Everybody does not have the same symptoms, or none of the symptoms of having it are the same. So you may be, what is it, asymptomatic? Is
Yeah,
that correct?
yeah.
And I mean, you could just be a passer and you pass it along to someone. And I mean, I really don't even have the answers anymore. I think everybody should be tested at this point. You know, just
And
go
it's
get it.
just, yeah, it's just better to know than not to know.
Right.
It's so frustrating and hurtful sometimes too, because even when you come in contact with it, immediately your mind goes to, well, what about my parents, or what about my kids, or what about the
Right.
baby? If you're around a bunch of people, then it's stressful. That is stress on your heart and your mind when you
Right.
worried about, oh my God, what is the level of interaction gonna be for one group versus the other? I'm ready for 2021 to come in swinging, hopefully fighting back
Yeah,
on every level.
absolutely. So every year Webster's dictionary has a word that they select, the word of the year, and we can probably guess what that word is. Anybody want to take a guess?
No, I hope it's I hope it's a survivor or overcomer or something that, I don't know what, but
You know what? It is pandemic.
oh no, they need to get rid of
Yes.
that immediately.
That is Webster's Dictionary's word for the year because it's usually used like in a technical term, but now it's become like common in the household, you know.
Right, right.
So, yep, they have now selected pandemic as their word of the year. So,
Really?
Well,
mhm.
I would have preferred a word like survivor,
Yes,
overcomer, or something. I don't know, but something that means we gonna make it. We gonna be all right.
right. We gonna be all right. I know that's right. That's
Well, going into 2021, are you guys expecting any major changes or shifts, like, as far as business or personal, big purchases, things that you're thinking about doing? What do we have coming up in 2021? What's going on with y'all?
Tony. You want to go first?
No, you go first.
Tony looked like he
Okay.
over there messing with that computer.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
he's trying
have.
to get it right. He's trying
Yeah,
to keep it right.
yeah,
Let's say
yeah,
that.
yeah. So,
Well, yeah, I have I'm always a big dreamer, a big thinker, a lot of times like I have small goals that I can accomplish really quick, but I have these elaborate goals that's just going to take this crazy amount of time. So I normally set like 6-month plans or goals a year, and then I'll do 5 years. So that's
Right,
normally how I set it up. But for the next year, I just plan on, you know, kind of my mindset, switching
right,
up my mindset because COVID has actually, during this time, it's given me time to learn a lot about myself.
right,
A lot of things that I thought were necessary to who I was, I've learned that it's just not necessary.
right.
I feel that, through this whole pandemic, because there's always a silver lining, I
Yes,
feel that a lot of, things are more superficial, and I have more girth about myself. I really spend a lot of time just reading and getting to know myself, and just learning just a lot. And so, just I know there's great things to come. There are some businesses I want to venture into, really, and just gave me time to really understand who I am,
yeah.
so that's
That's
pretty much it.
that's great. Tony, what about you? What are you looking to expand into in 2021, or got some goals set, or what's going on?
actually, I hadn't even thought about it. I really haven't. Besides cutting people off, but
You know what? I've done that too. You gotta do that too.
yeah,
Oh
we gotta
yeah.
do that too.
Everybody can't come.
Yeah, but I haven't really thought about it. I know that I want to expand my company a little bit better. Maybe expand it a little bit better. No, not better, but try to spread it out a little bit more.
Hmm.
And I basically work. I always say, hey, I'm gonna work as long as the Lord allowed me to work.
Yes.
Right,
And so I'm going to keep grinding and make it happen. I enjoy what
right,
I do. I really do enjoy what I do. It's a thrill for me to just get up in the morning and just be able to
right.
go out and help someone else, be a blessing to someone else. That's the key to it.
Hmm.
That is
And
awesome.
yeah, right. So this is what my goals are is to be a lot better than I were last year.
Oh yeah.
2020 was a pandemic year. 2020 was a struggle year for a lot of people.
Hmm.
We've had to maintain to keep our head above the ground in
Absolutely.
2020, but
Right.
God is still good.
Yes, he is.
So I
Well,
can't complain. I can't complain, and I will not complain. So with that being said, uh, there's other things that we must do, and I understand that
well,
this.
for me, I'm looking forward to hopefully in my line of work, owning a transportation company, I'm looking forward to the Biden Harris administration because when they come
Yes.
in, hopefully they will come in, baby,
Yes.
and expand those programs with Medicare
Yes.
and Medicaid, and I can take
Yes.
L&L transport to a whole nother
Yes.
level.
You
And
know it's coming.
I by owning the insurance agency, I know coming up soon, I'll be running that as well as taking her rest from her labor, and she have done a great job. And I hope to expand that brand and broaden those horizons and make sure that people know that insurance is affordable. And I'm looking forward to also becoming a little bit more active in the community, making sure that people know that young people are here. We are ready to work and we are ready to take the bull by the horns and making sure that our community is reflective of what our true heart's desire is. And I think sometimes that means stepping out on faith and getting out there and getting real
Right.
busy with your group and your people and making sure that they see
Right.
you and they have inspiration and they can, they can take a hold of somebody that's tangible, that's real, that's accessible. And I want to do that. I want to do some programs with the young people and kind of just give them some inspiration and hope outside of being negative.
Right.
You know, I want to I want to do something in the way of, giving hope to the young people. I'm looking forward
Right.
to giving back in some capacity of a mentorship or something that's going to make
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's look at
the
this.
community better. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited about the Biden administration.
Yes.
And we've got so much to look
Yes,
forward for 21. Let me tell you, people, if you're listening,
yes.
um, we've the $600 is a disgrace,
Mhm.
you know,
Oh, yeah.
and
I
the
thought you
key
said we
is,
wasn't going to talk about it.
well, I didn't have to tell you that because we're just talking here tonight. But if you know that if we get those two seats in Georgia, that we were
Yeah.
able to be able to be the majority in both houses,
Mhm.
and we can do a little bit. We can work on infrastructures. One of the huge job gains and by infrastructure. There's going to be money flowing crazy because they want to put that money to flood the economy
Yes.
for those young entrepreneurs that wants to start a business. That money is going to be out there for you.
Mhm.
I mean, it's just so much going to happen, and it's going to blow you
Yes.
back. But it's not going to happen overnight. So
Right.
we must manage what we have right now until we get there, because we can't recover without taking care of COVID-19.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm looking for most.
Yeah, I did an article recently for the NAACP, and it was about the $2 billion that the state of Texas has yet to spend that has to be spent before December 30th. And
Mhm.
people have put forth many ideas about the way the money should be spent. But our governor, Greg Abbott, has decided, oh, the money will be spent, but he hadn't put forward a plan to say how, when, or where. Where's the money going to be spent?
Oh,
Is it going to go?
they're just kind of holding on to $2 billion, and he could kind of distribute it however he saw fit.
Baby, these people in Congress, I
They
don't know what they doing. I think I'm
But
sorry, $2 million. I'm sorry, two
yeah,
million
million, because
dollars.
I was
no,
gonna
that's
say two
$2 million.
I'm
That's
sorry,
million.
right.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
$2
sorry.
million is
I
nothing.
just want to correct the record on that. I mean $2 million that
Yeah,
they haven't spent that could be applied to housing or rental assistance
yeah,
or
Mhm.
utility assistance or helping the food banks that are stressed and
Right,
strained or helping
because
the hospitals that don't have
they
all
are.
the PPE and different things that they need. I mean, you holding on to money
Mhm.
that needs to be spent, and what you holding on to it for? Oh, that's right. Because after the December 30th, then that money goes back to the federal government. If you don't spend it, why wouldn't you spend it? Texas is a big state.
Mhm.
Again, people, tonight our show has been suspended, I guess, because our guest hadn't arrived, and we were going to be talking about the five things you may not know about Kwanzaa. And we were kind of talking about it, and I said, well, we might as well start the show and just kind of reach out on something on it. But we don't. You and I do not know anything about Kwanzaa. I can't
Well,
tell you
we
that
know
right.
a little bit about Kwanzaa now. We
Yeah,
know that it's a
Kwanzaa,
celebration of
Hana,
unity.
Kwanzaa. Yeah, but the guest Chris Jones. He was traveling tonight, and I
Right.
guess he's able to make it. But I really wanted to know about Kwanzaa.
Yeah.
I was a grown man before I realized what Kwanzaa was about. Now I know that it began in 1966,
Six.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
1966. Am I correct?
Yes,
And
that's correct.
so is it a celebration, or is it Uh,
Well, what the way that as I understand it, Kwanzaa began as a counter to Christmas
Mm-hmm.
for African Americans to kind of celebrate their own entity instead of Santa and all of this and that, that we needed something as a Africana centered celebration to bring us back to self-reliance and self-determination and community community engagement and involvement and resilience for the coming new year. It's actually, I think, a 7-day celebration that each
Mm-hmm.
day represents a different focus, and a different candle is lit symbolizing a certain thing.
Right. Well, with Kwanzaa, we did talk about it slightly. I think we may have read one book in the second grade. Maybe that's about it. School systems, they touch on it just a little bit, and it's probably dependent on who your teachers are, you know. So I know about the seven candles, but that's pretty, and I know that it's a celebration, but that's as far as it goes. I don't know, the meaning behind each candle lit. I would love to know more about that.
I do too. I wish someone just pop in and say, "Hey, let me come on the show. I know a little bit about it, and we can talk about it." Because
Yeah,
I like to know about Kwanzaa, and I
yeah,
am
Yeah,
sorry
yeah,
that our
me
guest
too.
could not make it tonight. But we're okay. We can still wing it out for the next
oh
15 minutes.
yeah.
For those who like to drop us a comment, we want to hear from you as well. And also, if you're watching us on YouTube, click the subscribe button at the bottom and ring the bell for us. We love to know who's on and who's with us and who are to subscribe to us, so
Mm-hmm.
we can grow our podcast. So we're gonna be touch on a lot of things coming up for, but I want to know about Kwanzaa.
Yes, and they are, and we are
Yeah,
in the middle of Kwanzaa. So I
yeah,
think
We
today
are
is this is the
number
fourth
4.
day, which
Yeah,
is, if
I
I'm
was
not
gonna say
mistaken,
yeah.
the black candle. So one side of it, I think, is for personal reflection, and the other side of the candles, I think, are for community reflection, community.
okay.
So in the middle, I think, represents you, and where you can bridge the gap between personal and community. You know what I mean?
Well, that makes a lot of sense.
So the black candle in the middle, I think, represents the individual person, and the one side represents the personal beliefs and progress, and the other side community beliefs and progress. And that middle candle, it bridges the two. I think that's what's happening there. Y'all, somebody that's watching or listening, y'all correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, well, let me give a shout out to some of those who watching us tonight that's just popped in on our comment in our comment boxes. That's Terry Roy. He's one of our favorite. He watches us all the time. Good evening, Terry. And Deborah Brown. Hello, Deborah. We're glad to have you also tonight. And Crystal Johnson. She's joined us earlier. So we'd like to say hello to everybody. Hey, now Bernie Menard has a comment here. So I can't. Let's see. We can pull it in here and we can talk about that right quick. I see you, Terry. You talked about the Kiwanis. I'm gonna bring that up as soon as I bring this from this comment from Bernie. Guys, can you read that? Can you see that?
Yes, as a
Okay.
people, we have to start, and with some continue to pull each other up. We youngsters have begun a movement in which we, the older generation, have to put in wisdom and keep the movement going. We must demand as a people to hold accountable those that hold the offices. We are the vast majority of the minority, so let's use our numbers as we did in electing Biden.
Yeah, he's also mentioned that I understand the concept, but what we have at hand is our people. We all know we have an issue there with our own people. The good question, but I don't think I'm ready to complete that. Give you a good answer there. I don't have an answer there. I really don't have an answer. With that was said, let's go to Terry Roy. He has some Kwanzaa message here. He said the primary symbol of Kwanzaa are the seven candles. Now I'm not gonna try to pronounce that name.
Right, don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't
which
do it. Let it
represent
go, Tony.
yeah, I'm not gonna touch it. Which represent the seven principles. More on that below. Below. Okay. The candles holder, Canara, Unity Cup,
Mm-hmm.
Kakuba, Chu Homocha.
Don't
Oh
don't.
wow.
Now, I'm not going to try to permission this. So I said placement, crops, corn, and the gifts. Now you lost me that, Terry. I don't know what the hell you talking about. But anyway,
Tell
I
him he
Kwanzaa.
maybe if he's available, he should come on and try to explain some of it to us and give us a
Yes.
Yeah.
breakdown.
Yeah, I like
And this is seven. It symbolizes the candles that are lit, kind of what Ladonna was explaining just a moment ago.
yeah. So
Uh-huh.
so maybe I'm just gonna put in the comment box. I'm gonna put a link, and you can do it by phone or your computer or laptop or iPad. You can link into the show live and explain it to us what Kwanzaa is all about because we want to
And
know.
keep his camera off if he's worried
Yeah,
about not
Uh-huh.
having his
yeah.
camera
So let me paste that to the comment
off.
box, and you guys, anybody, you can join in with us. And let's chat a little bit about the
Kwanzaa.
things we may not know about Kwanzaa. It's been around since 1966, and
Right.
as a lot of people each year are celebrating Kwanzaa, but
Yes.
I haven't because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about or anything about it. Give me some Merry Christmas,
Right.
not
Okay.
a Happy New Year. That's all I know. So I
Yeah,
copy that.
I think that's why we're here. We're just
He's
trying to
happy.
expand the horizons and make sure
Yeah,
that people are aware of different unifying Africana centered celebrations. And I'll take any African celebrations that I can get, much as they try to keep us
Mm-hmm.
down. I'll take anyone we can go with. Let me celebrate us. Yes, indeed.
yes. So I've got another message here. Let's see here.
All right.
It's not
United
part.
Self-Determined
I want to talk
Activities
about. Where
Invested.
did I find it here on this phone here? Okay, the 600 stimulus payment will start going out tonight. That was some news that we didn't know about, but
Mm-mm.
I'll take the 600. And I'll wait for that 2,000 whenever it's ready.
Right. Send something
Actually,
now.
I really wish they would give the people, the citizens of the United States, every family $2,000. I really do. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't qualify for it. I would not get it. I didn't get the $1,200, but
Mm.
it's in my heart that I want to see those that's hurting right now that can't make rent, don't have food on the table, um, don't have a job, unemployment's not there. I mean, this is some
Mm-hmm.
things that's concerned me the most. And I have a heart and I enjoy seeing people being blessed. And
Mm-hmm.
I wish they would come out with more money and not, $2,000 is still a slap in the face. Okay,
After 6 months of
yeah,
doing nothing, they really should have cut the check. They should have cut the check.
yeah, fair enough.
I
Yeah,
completely agree with you. They should have cut the check because there's some people
just
out there,
yeah, you're right.
the homeless have increased. I've seen more in this area than ever before.
Yeah,
So, it's disheartening to see. And you know,
yeah, it is sad, and
yeah.
this is during the Christmas. The many people didn't have food for Christmas,
Yeah.
and they couldn't go anywhere. Actually, but it's just a point that, and then we have a pandemic that we're living in that we have to
Yes.
adjust
And then
ourselves,
we got that orange orangutan in office of golfing instead of worried about the
and,
people.
and then we have the thing about the coronavirus death that we've had. If I've had, I lost a good friend of mine.
Mm,
That Carl Compton, and we grew up in a church together, grew up playing marbles and playing tops together. Y'all don't know nothing about that, and roller skating on the sidewalks. But you think about it and say, golly, man. I mean, they gone, okay,
yeah.
and so we're dealing with a lot. We're dealing with the loss of our family members. Um, those that we loved or we cared about, and COVID is real. Let me tell you
Yes,
something.
it
COVID
is.
is real. It's nothing to play with.
Hmm.
I've seen people that didn't have underlying um,
Ish.
illness, issues, and died,
Yeah.
Right.
So we've lost a lot. We lost a lot of people close to us.
Right.
We can't. Those who sick with COVID, we can't go visit them. Could you imagine you laying in a hospital bed on a ventilator, and nobody in your family can come see you, hold
Yes.
your hand, encourage you?
Let me tell you,
I
well,
mean,
I had a
that's
COVID
that's
scare
the
today.
prayer.
It really hits home and it's weighing on people. I'm
Yes,
worried about the mental strain that that's gonna have on the family members that, like you say, can't go. How you think them people feel in their mind when you know your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother then passed on and you didn't get to tell them bye. You couldn't see them. You couldn't even go by there. And sometimes for weeks in advance.
that's right.
Maybe they couldn't respond to you for weeks in advance. And I mean, it's mentally my most recent COVID
Hmm.
scare today, it's mentally draining.
Yeah.
Like I'm mentally drained. It
Yes.
takes it just saps the life out of you.
And then you got to understand the mental illness that that
Yeah.
that occurs in this. Now, this is not going to go away. Remember
No.
this. This is not going to go away. It's going to be almost half of the year of next year before we can just about turn the corner on this. But it's serious. It's something that we've got to live with. It's something that we not only have to live with, but we have to deal with our lives, how it has been adjusted. It's going to be a
Mhm.
new norm when this is all over. And then we're going to have those that we're going to have some problems. We're going to have psychiatrists on board because
Yeah.
a lot of people, this is a very stressful ordeal.
Yes.
We're dealing with that. We're dealing with poverty, and the
Yeah.
poverty gap is grown, has expanded. So we've got a lot.
Immensely.
Yeah. So I thank God for every morning that He wakes me up, wakes
That's
us up.
smart.
He didn't have to, but He did, and He's given us a new day. But He also gave us common sense too,
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
and that's being safe.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's being safe. So I see folks walking around here with no mask on, but that's okay. I step back, I get out the way. Crazy ass, but
For
I
real.
step out the way. I ain't got time. I ain't got time for that. But anyway, guys, I enjoy you
But
all.
I'm telling you, aside from that, just on a different note, it is definitely tearing up my face. This mask. I haven't been doing any of my beauty rituals. I
Girl.
haven't been doing my and I ain't been. I mean, just my face is ate up from the nose down. We
Yeah,
need a
Yeah,
yeah.
Haley's
dermatologist
is
out
too.
here.
You need a
My
different kind of
daughter's too. She
mask.
said, Mama, what's wrong with my face? She said,
You
what's
need
wrong with
I
my
want
face? I
to
didn't
do it.
you need to wear that shield.
Let me tell you something. I normally do every Sunday. I do a facial. I alternate my facials. It's not even helping. I just stop wasting my product, a child.
Well, you need to wear that
Right,
shield. That
right,
clear shield that's over your.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
need
right.
to do something
you
because,
do that.
honey,
I'm gonna try to find a few. So
the
that
pandemic
yeah,
is real.
yeah, it is. And
Actually, I have some in my office, Francis. I'll try
Do
to
you?
get with you tomorrow morning.
Please.
Maybe Sunday.
Because let me tell you something,
Yeah,
honey.
I
My
do.
face
I
is
actually
so
have several. I have several. Mm.
we're gonna have to see dermatologists and all kind of shrinks and just
well, I know that too, but I hope
Ooh.
we can get our guest to come back on the reschedule him for on Sunday. Is Kawana going to be open? I mean, going to be
Yeah, see, we're on the fourth day, and so there's 3 more days
3
after
more
this.
days.
But we can
Yes.
still talk about it if you want to.
yeah. You can
Okay,
still
let's see if we can get our guest to reschedule for Sunday and see if we can have him on and tell us about Kwanzaa. And
Yes.
we're going to have a full slate of I guess, on for the month of January. So be aware and be still. And we love you guys who watches us every week. I ask you to share our podcast with your friends, at least the 5 friends you have. Share it, and if you're watching us on YouTube, hit the like button at the bottom and subscribe to us. We love to hear from you. So we kind of winged it out tonight for the first this 30 minutes, and we're not going to keep you. We're not going to keep you, but we want to let you know that we love you, we care for you, and if we don't see you, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's.
Happy New
Happy
Year.
New Year.
New Year,
Yay.
everybody. Yeah, and I'm gonna cut up in here in a minute. Anyway, God bless you all, folks, and with you on Sunday at 7:30. 7 o'clock, I'm sorry, for our Sunday edition show, Knowledge is Power Podcast Live. Thank you again. All right, come back. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Lord have mercy. I lost my page. I done lost my page. Where my page? There we go. Let me end the show now. Okay.